Monique, I think our connection, the way that you can build rapport and understand not only my needs, but what I'm looking for has probably been the most satisfying experience that I've had thus far. This is a very new process for me, right? Being a new agent that does not have a ton of recruiting experience, you've really made this process seamless, right? I've done a ton of research, and the way that you go about asking questions, pulling out information from individuals as I go into interviews, number two and number three, I'm really kind of taking a lot of your vibe and a lot of your leadership into those interviews as well. And so I'm extremely appreciative. You and I are going to be working together for many, many, many years to come. What? I think probably the one thing that's really stood out for me has been not only your consistency, but it's been how your professionalism, right? There's something to be said about how you're able to conduct and run and control a room and make it easy for me to really decide through who's the best candidate that may have the best upside and potential in my agency. And, right now, I've been doing this always be hired process. We've been able to successfully find already three talented individuals. Um,
Wonderful.
I've got some aspirations to really turn this thing into a massive operation. And so we got three down, and we've probably got another 10 to 15 to go. Actually, I sent, you may not know this, but I sent Dave Williams a personal message about our very first encounter experience together. It was so refreshing to see your take and perspective on how you conduct an interview. And because of that, I said, it makes too much sense for me to send a personal message to the man that's giving you an opportunity to recognize what kind of talent he has. And then I also politely shared, like, hey, by the way, if you mess up, I'll hire her. Yeah, this is such a unique concept. I've enjoyed this process so much that I've got colleagues and friends that are in other sectors of business, from the professional world all the way over into some of the private sectors. And I've shared that with them. Hey, it's a really unique concept that's using video-based interviews in group settings that you may find intriguing. I know we're all struggling and having issues right now with hiring and identifying great talent. And this might be an option that you may want to consider, in the next 3 to 6 months. You get to see individuals all in one setting, um, battle it out against one another, right? To compete for a position.
Right.
And oftentimes you don't get a chance to see your peers and individuals that are just as qualified as you are in a setting where you get to see what they say, how they say it, their voice inflections, when they pause, the annotations that they use, all the different things that make you who you are as a human being,
Right.
and the type of diction that you're using. And you start to see individuals as the interview continues, you see the level of play start to elevate itself,
Right.
and that the cream essentially will rise to the top. They stand out and very quickly. And
Mm-hmm.
so you may start in a room of, let's say, 15 individuals, or we had 10 or 11 people on our last call. And within the first 25 minutes, you're making a determination of, all right, there are five that are pretty good. And okay, they answer that question really, really well. There's six. And then as you get closer to the end of the interview session, one or two, maybe three individuals will take your breath away.